Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today it is my update for pan in every palette. It's only a couple of weeks since my last update, but I have hit pan in a couple more palettes and I want to roll another one out. So yeah, I thought I'd just come on because I've tweaked my rules a little bit. So I thought it's a really good time just to update everything, start kind of like afresh, and just continue working on all my palettes. It's like I can't believe how many pans I'm hitting since I've started this project. I absolutely love it. It's really helping me like focus, I think, in on a couple of palettes at a time and just really sort of work on those. So yeah, it is really working for me, and it's just, yeah, I'm loving it. I am ready really for some new palettes though, because once I hit pan, I kind of put that to the back and then start working on the other palettes. But really just now I'm only working on a couple of palettes and I feel like a little bit restricted. So yeah, I'm just going to come on. If I need to come on earlier for my updates in the future, if it's like 2-3 weeks, I will do that. I'm not going to save it exclusively for monthly updates. It will be no later than sort of 4 weekly, but it may be earlier. Just, yeah, it just depends how I'm doing. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, hit the bell notifications so that you don't miss any of my updates. Now, there are lots of other YouTubers that do this sort of project, and there's like loads of like different variations. People just make it work for them. It's a really fun project, and I love watching people's updates on this. I just love looking at palettes and what they think of them and how they've got on. There was like Paula from Beauty Guru made me do it. I really love watching her updates. Che Loves Beauty, Taylor Buell, loads. I mean, honestly, so many. Just search the hashtags and it'll pull up loads of videos of other YouTubers and things that do this. Search pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, pan in every palette, that type of thing, pan in eyeshadows. And yeah, you will be swamped with videos. I've updated my wheel of names. So this is it here, and so now all that they've got in here are my eyeshadow palettes alone. I've taken all my face palettes out, plus what I've done for each palette, I have counted up how many total pans there are in that palette, then how many I've hit pan on, so that then when I'm rolling the wheel, I will know if that palette has got any pans in it or not, and if there's a pan in there, we'll just re-roll and keep going. I think if I pull a palette out that I have used fairly recently, I'm going to re-roll. And if I've got a palette in that's been in here for a couple of months, I'm not really making much progress, but as long as I've been using it, I'll be able to switch that out and bring in a new palette as well. Just keep it interesting. So yeah, I have taken a few palettes out of my collection. I'll just show you really quickly. So last time I did pull out this like the Redemption palette Iconic Elements, and I did have another duplicate of those. So those have both gone out. I've got a few duplicate Revolution palettes. So this is a duplicate. So I've removed that, but I do still have this one in my palette, and that was the glitter edit from the Revoholic Eyes. I've removed a duplicate blusher from a Revolution there, blusher palette. A sort of strobing highlighting cream palette from Revolution that's been removed, and then this, which was a completely and utterly hideous palette, has been removed. So yeah, there's a few that have gone out of my collection there. What else? I think what I will do for my next update, I'll get all my face palettes into a separate wheel, and then I will roll 5 eyeshadow palettes, which I want to try and hit pan on, and then I'll roll 1 face palette, which I can just work on until the next update. And then that way I'm kind of rotating through my face palettes, because I'm really bad. I don't naturally reach for them. I'll pull like a single blush or a single highlighter, but not often that I pull a face palette. So I think that'd be a good one just to add it in on this, but without having to worry about hitting pan. Okay, I better crack on because gosh, it is going on. I have got 73 eyeshadow palettes currently. So, and part of me thinks, oh, that's not too bad. And then I think, in what world is 73 eyeshadow palettes not bad? It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm enjoying working on them. So the palettes that I've got from last time, we have got a face palette from Bella Pierre, which was the Ultra Glow Highlight and Bronzing palette. So there's a little face palette there. I've got the Bang Beauty Warm Neutral palette, which is also in my Use It or Lose It project. Check that out. I've got a Revolution palette from the Ultra Colour Explosion eyeshadow palette. I've got the Cargo Cosmetics Emerald City eyeshadow palette. and then the Jolie Beauty Radiance palette. So let's start off with what I've hit pan in. I will try and add in before pictures, or will I? Yes, I will add in some pictures here of what they look like before. So I have hit pan in my Revolution palette, which was the Ultra Colour Explosion. I was a bit of a chicken, and I chose this palette, this shade here, which is like the the safest shade in the whole palette. It's a great little palette though, isn't it? But I've just used this to set my lids before applying my eyeshadow, and actually it was quite a nice formula. It wasn't too powdery, it went on really, really nicely, and I did enjoy it. So I'll just show you a picture of what it looked like last time, because I have been working on it for a couple of months. I'll try and do a little thing here of what they were like, and then that's it there. So yeah, I can roll that out. I'm happy to keep this Revolution one in, as I mentioned in the past, because there are so many like great colours in there. Let me just do a little swatch. I'll swatch the ones I've been kind of working on the most, but there's not going to be a right lot to see with that one, is there? Because that's it there, and it is literally just a great, you can't see it, can you? But it's a great shade for your lids to set, because it's just very, very neutral. I have hit pan in my Cargo Cosmetics Emerald City eyeshadow palette. I already had one pan in this, so under my new rules this would have just gone back in, and I wouldn't have sort of started working on it again, because I already had hit a pan in it. So the shade that I hit, and I did think I was going to hit this last time, is Pike Place, and that's it there. So I had this one in already, and so I hit pan in that. But I've been working quite a lot on the shade called Ferry, which is this one. You can see now there's a really big dip on that. This is a really nice transition shade. It's quite a cool shade. There's big old dip on that. Really big. But Pike Place is a really nice colour. But I hadn't realised compared to, like, the formula was really crumbly. I had loads of fallout, to the point where even when I was if I was using a brush to apply it, I was getting a lot of fallout on my cheeks and things. So it kind of put me off a little bit. But the shade itself was just right up my street. So really in my comfort zone. And that's it there. It's not too shimmery, but it's more like a satiny finish, and it's really pretty. So I did enjoy using it. And so now that, I don't even think, I was so tempted to try and hit pan again in this, because it is so close, I think. But it's going to go back for now, for another day. There's lots of more eyeshadows to work on and explore. So those are my two pans. I'm going to be rolling this one out, but it is in another project, so I'll continue working on it until my update on that project. And this is like the Warm Neutrals from Bang Beauty. I've been kind of working on this one again for a bit of a crease shade, which is nice. I've used this one a little bit, this one a little bit. Started using this the last couple of days because I was running out of like lid shades, because I'd sort of got my Cargo one. So I'd sort of used that. It looked really dark, but actually it turned out it's actually quite a nice sort of bronze shade. Not as dark as what it looks like in the pan. So that's it there. Hang on, let's make sure I'm doing the right one. Yeah, that's it, the top one there. But if you look there, it looks so dark, but actually it's really, really pretty. So that was nice. And then this one that I've been kind of working on as well, oh, where are you? Is a bit more of a tan coloured kind of transition. It was okay. To be honest, this is not my favourite palette. And I do question whether I would use it if it wasn't for the fact it was in a project, because I've probably got those shades in a million other palettes, but maybe with a slightly better formula. I don't know. I think this one's starting to get a bit of hard pan. As you can see, it's a little bit lumpy bumpy. Oops. But it was okay. Yeah, but it's going to be rolling out. Also rolling out is going to be my Bella Pierre, because it is a face palette. So this is great. I'm going to have 4 new palettes. I have used it a little bit, and actually it was quite nice. I didn't hate it at all. the bronze shade was quite nice. And then I used these, I kind of swirled across all of it just to use it as a highlighter for all of them. But I mean, equally, they're quite nice as a lid shade. Very pretty. So yeah, it was nice enough, but under my new rules, that's going to be going back. And then I rolled this in last time, which was my Radiance palette from Jolie Beauty. I feel like it's probably slightly the wrong time of year for this, which is a bit of a shame. But I have worked on quite a few of the colours. No pan yet. I've now switched to using this one for my setting my lid, which is called Creamy. And it is a really nice matte shade. And to be fair, you can tell the quality is better than the Revolution palette. Today, I have got... So this shade here, which is called High Key, I've got this all over my lid. And then I have got a little bit of, where is it? A little bit of Autumn on my outer corner. I have a little bit of hot stuff and So Extra in the crease and on the transition as well. That's the look. And then I deepened up the crease a little bit, I think, with like the little maroony shade from in there. But yeah, I'll just continue working on this. I will keep this in another month. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully I'll be able to hit shade. I mean, I'd be able to hit pan, wouldn't I, one of the glitters, but it's just the wrong time of the year. So I feel like for Christmas, it'd be great. Maybe a summer one with the oranges and yellows and more autumnal. But for like winter into spring, I'm not sure. But we'll keep plodding on. But the formula is really nice. The quality is much better than any of the other palettes I've got out this time. So yeah, I'm happy to continue working on with that. Okay, I think I've rambled enough for there. We're at 11 minutes, 12 minutes. So we need to choose 4 new palettes. So this is my updated wheel. It now says pan in every eyeshadow palette. And there are, if you can see at the bottom there, it says 73 entries. Oops, we always get a little pop-up. So yeah, 73 palettes. So let's go. I was makes me slightly nervous. So you should see here what I mean about the how many pans are in the palette. So we have got, oh my gosh, the Revolution Revaholic Glitter Edit. So that's a 12 pan palette, and I've not hit any pans in it yet. So let me get that one out. So the Revolution Glitter Edit. Is this it here? Oh, it's metallics. See, the world wants me to have glitters. Okay, so I've got that one. So let's do a screenshot first, just to make sure. Cool. Right then, next one. Is the Shella La Vie Neutral Eyeshadow Palettes. This is a little 4-pan palette. Not hit any shadows in it. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Got that. Oh, that looks quite nice. All right, and that's 2. Da, da, da. Oh, right, we've already got that one. That's what we've just pulled out. How bizarre. It does this sometimes, like it wants to give us the same palette. Quite a few times it's pulled the same palette out in the same video. How weird. Okay, oh, another 4-pan. Aritza Beauty Nude Shimmer and Contour Palette. So that's 1, 2, 3. So one more to do. These are really nice little palettes, actually. Cool. Little 4 pans. And the final palette for today. Oh, Machi knows his back. Oh, Steve Laurent Wild Thing. Oh, I think I've had this fairly recently, haven't I? Is this the... Have I? Is this the red one? Steve Laurent Let me have a look. So if this might be one that I've just had from Oops. Fairly. Oh, no, I haven't. Right then. I'm not going to be challenged with these colours. I'm just going to... There we go. So that's a 9-pan palette. And I've not got any pans in it yet. Cool. So let's go through in the order that they were pulled. So the first palette that I'm going to be working on, obviously I've got the Radiance palette from Jolie Beauty. So we have got the Revolution, Revoholic Eyes, Glitter Edit. And okay, so this is it here. To be fair, it's not dreadful, is it? It depends if there's going to be a lot of fallout from these. It already looks like there's a bit of hard pan on this. But let's see, have a quick look. What I'm kind of drawn towards is maybe, I'm such a chicken. I'm like let's have a look at this one here. Oh, they feel really rough. It feels like there's a lot of glitter in them. So let's have a look at this. Oh, okay, it's gone quite pigmented actually. It feels quite smooth. But that plummy shade looks quite nice as well. So let's try this. That's quite a nice shade. Oh, do you know what? They look all right. That's it there. It's just more of a shimmer palette. It's not that glittery, even though it says Glitter Edit. So we'll give that a go. And even like, oh, these, look at this. Oh gosh, that's gone like really dark actually. Not what I expected. Okay, that's quite an interesting palette. We'll definitely have a play with that. It feels nicer than what I was expecting, so that's good. I wouldn't naturally have reached for that, so I'm really pleased it's pulled that out. Next was the Sheller Hello Beautiful La Vie Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. So it's just a little palette like this, just a tiny quad. And yeah, so it's very basic, so probably like a nice sort of creasy transition colour, one to deepen up or maybe do as a liner shade, maybe an inner corner, very basic look, isn't it? And then your lid colour. They feel very soft. I think these are going to be really easy to hit pan in actually. Really feels like a cream. Wow, look at this. Ooh, so that's it there. It's really vibrant, isn't it? The pigmentation is great. What's this dark matte like? They're so smooth. Okay, they look all right. That's it there as well. So that's going to be quite nice to play with. A nice little quad. That will be quite sort of travel friendly. So hopefully, if that works nicely, it's one that I can think of if I'm going away overnight, that I could maybe just sort of pop in my bag. How easy. The quality feels quite nice. We'll see what it's like to blend with. Then we pulled out another little quad, which was the Aritza Beauty Nude Shimmer and Contour Eyeshadow. Oh, this is nice as well. So there's 4 shimmers and 1 matte. Again, not the sort of shimmer shades that I would normally go for. And that's coming over quite light, but it's actually a little bit more like rosy gold in real life. Let's see what, no, interestingly, they're very similar, aren't they? Let's see what this one's like. Actually, see if this one's very much like that other one. Feels like a really similar formula, actually. That's a bit more coppery. A bit more of an orange, and that's a bit more like antique gold. They feel really nice, and I wonder what this matte feels like. Again, I don't think these are going to be too bad. That's just a slightly, where am I? That one. So that's a slightly warmer brown. Cool. And then what's this little rosy one like? That's it here. Oh, see, again, they feel quite nice. So, can I show you? I'm the most rubbish person that's swatching. I'll do it on this hand. That's it there. Oh, they're really nice. I really like them. And then my final palette is a Steve Laurent Wild Things. I thought it was going to be like it's the Devil palette. I thought it was. So Wild Thing, and actually it's a super neutral palette. And then in my head, I already think that I'm probably not gonna. I already think the quality is not going to be great, but we'll give it a go. And we have got some cooler shades here, so that's quite interesting. So I might be able to do a slightly sort of cooler look. Let's try this sort of silvery shade here. Again, it feels quite creamy. Or is it? Ooh, geez Louise. Okay, wow. And then I'll just try one of the mattes here as well. Let's just try this brown matte. A little bit powdery, but plenty of pigmentation. So we will see. Cool. I mean, it's going to be quite everything's really, really neutral, isn't it? Apart from my Jolie palette. So maybe use that a little bit more now just to add in a little bit of pop here and there. So we've got the Radiance palette from Jolie Beauty, the Wild Thing from Steve Laurent, the Aritza Nude Shimmer and Contour. These are all quite pretty. The Revolution Glitter Edit and the Sheller, what was it? La Vie Neutral eyeshadow palette. So these, that's my thumbnail. These are my next 5 palettes. I was just counting up then, yeah. Let me just pull in, just randomly, I'm just going to pull in a face palette just to work on whilst we're here, but then next time we will randomise them. I've got them all here. I'm just going to see what I kind of fancy working on. I'm just going to pull this out. LA Splash Moonlight Glow face palette. Oh geez. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're just going to be working on here. We've got a blush, bronzer. This is also a blush and a highlight. So we'll see what that's like as well. And then I'll update you. Who knows? I reckon this one might be nearly a month because everything looks pretty full. I'm hoping, what am I predicting? I'd really like to hit pan in the Jolie Beauty in that creamy shade. And then, I don't know, I reckon I could maybe get 1 pan in the Radiance shade. And then maybe a couple. Who knows? We'll see. A couple of the shimmers. Depends how soft that formula is. Look at the state of my hand. It's a very neutral palette, isn't it? So there we are. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this update and a couple of little tweaks. I think it's going to be really interesting just to try and just get through more and more and more of my eyeshadows. Have I just put eyeshadow on my face? I don't think I have. I really love this project so much. I just love it. And it's helping me try all my palettes out, which is amazing. So take care. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because who knows when I'll be back to update this, but hopefully it'll be quite soon. I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye for now.